Hi guys, my name is Morgan Gray and I am a student coordinator here at UCCS Downtown. Super excited to be here again for one of our Feed Your Curiosity series. Today we are going to be speaking with Jonathan Toman of Copper, which is the cultural office of the Pikes Peak region. We're super excited to be talking to him again. We've already spoken to him once and we had a fantastic time. So this time we're going to be talking just a little bit about October Arts Month, which is actually National Arts Month, and just a little bit about how students can get involved in everything. We're super excited. Let's go see if we can get Jonathan hooked up on here really quick. All right. Just a second. He's just going to hop on here. Awesome. Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Morgan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
Good. Thank you so much for talking to us on the first day of National Arts Month.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we'll just go ahead and jump right in. If you could just talk a little bit about Arts Month and like why it matters so much to local businesses, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Arts Month locally is a big huzzah for the arts community, if you will, this October. It coincides with National Arts and Humanities Month, which started a few decades back. We're in our seventh local edition of Arts Month, and really it's about raising the visibility and awareness of our local arts and culture sector through advocacy, through awareness campaigns. And it's orchestrated through the Cultural Office of the Pikes Peak region, but along with many partners throughout the region in the cultural sector and not. And just really supporting, that sector in this time and getting folks to experience one new cultural experience, whether virtual or in person. This year has sort of been an adjustment that we've had to make, but the goal is to get folks out and participating in the arts community.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I know you guys have probably had a little bit of a struggle doing everything online, but from what I've seen, everything has gone great so far.
Yeah, the arts community is adaptive for sure and
Yeah,
creative, and so it's been fun to see our community adjust to what is happening as best we can and keep things rolling.
we're a resilient community for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are some of the ways that you can enjoy Art Month for free? I know that's kind of a concern for some people is, admittance fees and stuff, but what are some free ways?
Yeah, so one of the things that we did this year, and it was actually before the pandemic, but we planned on creating an Arts October website, which is artsoctober.com. And that's a great place to start to find out all things that can be done, free, paid, and anywhere in between. There are whole events pages. Now, obviously, there aren't as many as in the past with everything that's going on, but there are still many events and many different programs that we've changed for this year, many digital and online programs like community conversations, which there'll be two in each theme week throughout Arts Month to spotlight, visual and culinary arts, music and dance, poetry, prose, and comedy, and theater and film. And those are great opportunities. Also follow on social media, just to connect to what's happening is the first step. And there's so much happening that then once you've sort of got a feel for the website and follow Peak Radar and the Cultural Office on social media, then you can get a sense for what you want to join in particularly with.
Okay, awesome. So Peak Radar would be a good account for people to follow who would like to be involved in it, the one that you're coming from?
Yes, Peak Radar is a great spot to start. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. We'll have live interviews and videos from Peak Radar Live every Sunday evening as well to get a sense of things that are happening throughout the community. The Cultural Office of the Pikes Peak Region Facebook page and YouTube as well are good places to start. But really, that artsoctober.com website is where we want to drive people to begin with. And there are still, usually there are hundreds of events during Arts Month. There are still dozens, I would say, of events that you can check out both virtual and in person. And many of them are free. But, there are opportunities, too, to support the arts community in paid ways as well. Buying art, viewing art, making plans to do it when you can next is a good way to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And then some people are still a little bit concerned with COVID and would like to stay inside. What are some options that you guys have for outside for Arts Month?
Yeah. Would I say outside? Sorry.
Yes, yeah, outdoor event.
Okay. Yeah. So October, as you know, is kind of a weird month. We could get a little bit of snow, or it could be 70 and sunny. But the arts community has found ways to do different things outside. For instance, art on the streets in downtown Colorado Springs is a great thing to do of an afternoon. Hop on a bicycle maybe, or drive around and see the different public art pieces. That's a good, idea of something that you could do. I think Also, if there are individual groups or organizations that you usually follow or talk to, the Millville Art Theater, Concrete Couch, those sorts of local groups, see what they're doing and participate. A lot of the things have been able to move outside. Now, some of it can't. Theater has struggled, in a way to replicate that same experience that we would get pre-COVID. But really, the event page, the cultural office, we don't put on a ton of events ourselves usually during Arts Month. It's about promoting the organizations that are. And so really leveraging the Arts October website to artsoctober.com/events has, the places to start.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then as far as like buying art as a student, because I actually never bought local art before, what's some tips that you might have for somebody that's looking into doing that? Where to start?
Yeah, for UCCS folks, obviously Goka is a great place to start just to get a sense for what it's like to be in an art gallery and have that experience. I think sometimes it can be intimidating to walk in to a gallery, especially if you're unsure what the protocols are and how do I ask for this and how do I buy this. I think the vast majority of galleries, all the galleries, are welcoming and happy to help. I think for me, do a little bit of research about what you're looking for, sort of a space that you want something to go in, or sort of a price point that you want to be at, and then artsoctober.com and also peakradar.com has a gallery guide as well, where you can really pick from a local. There are, again, dozens of local galleries that are open and would love to see you. So instead of buying from Wayfair or those sorts of places, if you can do a local piece, please do. They'd be happy to have your support. And those are a couple ways to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know personally, I haven't ever bought one, but I was actually surprised. A lot of art is more affordable than people think. I think it's in your mind that it's going to be the super, super expensive thing, so you got to go for those cheaper options. But at least in my experience, I found that a lot of it is more affordable, and you're supporting a fantastic local artist.
Yes, think of it as supporting a local business, right? It's during all of this, our first thought was often, what food, what restaurants can we go and see? And partake in to get their food. But galleries are locally owned just as well, and their local arts, whether it's theaters or all sorts of different arts groups are locally owned. So think of it that way, especially during this time. If you have the opportunity to spend your money in that way, it's a great way to support the community.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's all that I have for you. Is there anything else you'd like to say to everybody about National Arts Month and everything?
Nope. Happy to have it rolling. Artsoctober.com is the place to start. And also hashtag ArtsOctober if you have an experience or something going on. Post to social media with that, and we'll roll with it from there.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for talking with us, Jonathan. I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks, Morgan. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, guys, and it is back to just me now. I did want to go ahead and give everybody a sneak peek on what we are doing next week. So if you look right behind me, we actually have some of the costumes from Theater Works that are here right now in display facing the outside windows. So it's from the stage to the street is what it's called. And we had Theater Works come and they set up all these different costumes. And if you come up to the front windows of UCCS downtown, you can actually scan a code and learn about each of the different costumes and where they were, what film they were in, or what production I should say they were in, as well as who was wearing them. So it's a super, super great opportunity, and I want to tell you guys more, but it's totally worth coming and seeing for yourself. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for joining us again, and we'll see you in the next 2 weeks, which is where Vince is actually going to be doing his tour of the Goka Art Gallery, which is actually one that Jonathan mentioned is a good way to start for students. So keep it in mind, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.